Sustainability is really critical to Delta Capita, as it's at the heart of what our clients discuss with us. About 50% of most of our RFPs we get now asked to respond on is just on the whole topic of ESG. So it's a business critical issue for us, but broader than that, it clearly affects all of us in our day-to-day lives. We've organised ourselves in a number of discrete work streams, one focused around the environment and our contribution to how we impact the environment. The second topic, which is crucially important, is on ethics and how we basically behave as an organisation. Are we a responsible employer, as I say? What's our attitude to charity and to our wider responsibility in communities? The third area is a very challenging area for, I think, all organisations. It's on human rights, and that it would include looking at not only the human rights of our employees, which of course are very, very important, but also of our supply chain. And then the fourth area is all around sustainable procurement, which means there is some overlap between these two streams of human rights and sustainable procurement. But it's also about, should we be buying plastic products, for example? Should we make our office more sustainable and less susceptible to throwaway products like paper and plastics in the office? So our foundation work stream is, I think, absolutely critical. That means looking at the results we've done from our initial survey with EcoVadis and having a systematic set of measures to show that we are demonstrating progress towards improvements rather than sitting on our hands and assuming things are getting better. So that foundation work stream is all around measurement and actionable items that will improve our performance. But lastly, and by no means least, is the communications work stream, which, it's all very good doing all this work, but both internally and externally, we need to tell our story in an appropriate way.
I first learned the concept of a circular economy when I was studying at university, and this really educated me on the sense of urgency around acting in a sustainable manner and the need for firms to incorporate sustainability in their supply chains. And then I found out that there was actually an internal sustainability working group, and I was prompted to join because I thought if I could offer my insight via the research I'd done on ESG, I could help my peers and we could kind of work together to make our contribution to our sustainability journey a lot more varied. I do a lot more research around the topic to kind of find ways in which I can really contribute myself. I've cut out dairy products, I eat very little meat, as I've learned the impact they can actually have on carbon is huge. I'm a lot more conscious about the brands that I purchase and the products and where they're sourced from. I recently got rid of my car, so living in London, we're very lucky to have Boris bikes and it's a lot easier to walk everywhere. So I just think little and often changes can have a really big impact.
I had the benefit some years ago of being named the head of sustainability at one of the world's biggest financial institutions. It really gave me an opportunity to learn a lot more about how important sustainability and ESG are. So when I learned there was a sustainability working group being formed at Delta Capita, I was of course quite keen to be a part of it. In my personal life, we're trying harder than ever to make sure that we are thinking about green issues. We're making sure that more than half of our household rubbish is recyclable. We're trying to use a lot more reusable containers and stay away from water bottles. On a professional level, I am very pleased about the focus on sustainability here at Delta Capita, and I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to be part of the working group.
I wanted to combine my personal interests of combating climate change and being passionate for the environment with my professional side of my job. I decided to shop more consciously, and that meant switching from more fast fashion high street retailers towards more sustainably based producers of clothing and shoes. And then also another thing I did, which was to switch from a traditional big bank for my current account towards a new or more sustainable and green focused current account, which has a big impact on sustainability and how your money is used. The big major banks tend to invest quite heavily in fossil fuels and carbon intensive industries, whereas my new bank now doesn't invest in anything like that and just puts your money in a much better place.
Quite excited to hear about that there was going to be a sustainability working group, and I thought it was a great opportunity for me to get involved, do something to give back. I will walk more places, walk to the shops instead of just getting in the car, and actually I enjoy it now as well. I'm in the process of buying a bike, so I think that will also help me to reduce my carbon footprint. If there's somewhere a bit further to go instead of walking there, it means I can just get on my bike instead. In both personal and work life, I don't like waste as a general rule. So wasting food, I try to use up making new recipes, trying something new, but also in relation to paper, etc. I'll try my best to just reuse where I can. We do try to encourage everyone to use the correct waste, and we've also introduced coffee waste as well, so that we've got a variety of different recycling measures. So we try to do as much as we can in that aspect, and that's something that I have in my own personal life as well. So it's a good crossover.